Today's sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And how about this for a start? This is out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Edwards-Helaire on the counter, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
On 2nd down and 4. Watson looking downfield for Godwin. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Watson Looking downfield for Godwin. He's got a man, complete.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Watson just beating the play clock. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. That's complete to his running back, Evans. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. From the red zone now, Watson. And yet again, it's Howard with a catch. Touchdown! O.J. Howard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Chiefs, nothing. Bradley Pinion, you kick off for Tampa Bay.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Now a dump off here complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Buccaneers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown.
Oh, he's ridiculous.
O.J. Howard with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14, Chiefs, nothing.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Second and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete as well.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Yeah, yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A nice run there by Jones on 1st down as he'll wind up getting about 5. So 2nd and 5 coming up.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. First carry for James Conner. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Mike 40, check, he's coming. Here we go. Hey.
On first down, Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. A gain of 6 there on first.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Slam. 36. Easy.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go. Mike's 40.
Mahomes now to throw. Being chased out left. Kelsey, a nice catch. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They go play action. Now Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. DeMarcus Robinson. DeMarcus Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at the 40. Running right, Jones. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Watson. Going up top for Miller. This is intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw pulled in by Robinson here. 2nd and 4.
So pick up at 6. Brings up second and
Mahomes going to throw. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. First and 15. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Mahomes to throw once more. Swinging this ball out here to Tomlinson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Airing this one out for Evans. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
45. Mike, 45. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 15. Check. Lucky.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
45 to Mike. 43. 57.
Now Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Hey, good job, baby, good job.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. It's certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at the 40. The give is to Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Now a 2nd down and 6. They'll go again to Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Watson. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Hey, 43, 15. Switch. Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, switch the mic right now.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Carlton Davis picks it, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach tell us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead is up to 15 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2nd and 2. On play action, it's Mahomes. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look for the first with Tomlinson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now here's Mahomes. And now here's another interception. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a first down throw, Watson. This one swung out here to Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
First down and much more here for Jones.
Come on,
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go play fake. Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well. When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play, unable to connect in that attempt.
On 2nd and 10, Watson going deep this time for Miller. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Coming up on 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a 1st down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes, and a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Here we go. Here we go. 40's the mark.
Throwing now is Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. 40's mine. 40's mine. Rip left. Rip left.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on fourth down. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 70 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third and goal. Jones. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. Defense keeps him out of the end zone there. Now, will they go for it? And if so, can they do it one more time?
Yeah, I just don't know if it's worth it going for it, because what we've seen from the defense so far, every gap is taken care of. Everyone is sound in their coverage. No one is breaking free. And those ball carriers are getting tagged. If I were them, I'd think very hard about just taking 3 points and taking their dignity and moving on.
And the ball's at the 2, spotted at the 2, so a pretty good chunk to go. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Draw play, Tomlinson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They go again to Tomlinson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game, because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Mahomes now on first down. Gets this one to Hill. And some room to work. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. This is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
On 1st down, Jones. They find some open field here. 115 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He could see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they will take a knee here. Second and goal from the 6 this time. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without question.